Okay, in this video we're looking at this example on Boyle's law. So here I have this question: 200 centimeter cube of a gas has a pressure of 500 millimeters of mercury. 200 centimeter cube of a gas has a pressure of 500 millimeters of mercury. What will be its volume if the pressure is increased to 780 millimeters of mercury, assuming there is no change in temperature? So let's put our solution here. 200 centimeter cube of a gas has a pressure of 500 millimeters of mercury. So our P1 is equal to 500 millimeters of mercury, and our V1 is equal to 200 centimeter cube. This is from the first statement. 200 centimeter cube of a gas has a pressure of 500 millimeters of mercury. So 200 centimeter cube of a gas has a pressure of 500 millimeters of mercury. What will be its volume? So V2 is unknown, is what we're looking for. What will be its volume if the pressure is increased to 780 millimeters of mercury? So if the pressure, which is P2, is now increased to 780 millimeters of mercury, what will be the volume, assuming there is no change in temperature? So this is an application of Boyle's law, and Boyle's law formula states that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So our P1 in this question is 500 millimeters of mercury times our V1 is 200 centimeter cube is equal to our P2 is 780 millimeters of mercury times our V2 is unknown, so we'll represent that as V2. So 500 times 200 will be what? So I'll bring out my calculator. 500 times 200 will be equal to 100,000. So this is equal to 100,000 is equal to 780 V2. That's 780 times V2 will give us 780 V2. So to get the value of this V2, I will have to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of this V2, which is 780. So my V2 therefore will be equal to 100,000 divided by 780, and that will be equal to, so 100,000 divided by, so this is 100,000 divided by 780, that will be equal to 128. So my answer, my V2 will now be equal to 128 centimeter cube. So my V2 here is 128 centimeter cube. This is my answer. So the pressure here is what? 500 millimeters of mercury, P1. So as the pressure increases from 500 to 780, the volume decreased. When the pressure was 500 millimeters of mercury, the volume was 200. So when the pressure now increased from this 500 millimeters of mercury to 780 millimeters of mercury, the volume decreased from 200 to 128. So this is an application of Boyle's law. As the pressure increases, the volume will decrease, and as the volume decreases, the pressure will increase. V1 was 200. When it decreased to 128, the pressure increased. So this is an application of Boyle's law. In the next video, we'll look at more examples.